What's up? How's it going? How's it going, everyone? How's it going? Um, yeah, it was a pretty good day. I was mostly just arguing on the internet today. Um, it got me going on that Alex guy. Oh man, I've been hearing all sorts of crazy things from after Good got unfortunately unalived. Listen, people, this is how you survive a police encounter. Listen and go home. Yeah. Listen and go home because like to you you're like saving innocence from oppression, right? Because you watch MSNBC or whatever, so that's what you think is going on. um Obama deported millions of people, right? So yeah, the only reason they care about ICE is Donald Trump is a white guy, white Republican. That's the only reason they care about it. There's always been anti-immigration, anti-illegal immigration activities. Always, every president's done it. And the only reason that, and you should do it because these people are criminals, right? If you come over illegally, then you're riding on things like drug trafficking, human trafficking. Drugs are illegal because they're poison, right? They're highly addictive poison. They'll ruin your life, right? They feel really, really good while you're on them, and then you're going to change your whole life to pursue them. And in the meantime, your body is cooked, right? So it's actually very compassionate to make them illegal. And man, yeah, people are crazy. I mean, if you think a man is a woman, if you think a biological man is really a girl, and that when they have some surgeries, some makeup, and take some hormones, now they're an official woman, you're just out on a crazy ass limb. You're out on a crazy limb. And nobody should really like you. The reason you can't argue with these people is they're insane. So yes, I got told, I didn't really take a screenshot of it, but I should have. I got told, I got told like every minute for like a whole day, someone was saying, ICE is not law enforcement. ICE are not real cops, and they'd say it over and over and over. And I'm like, they wear police on their uniform and they're paid for enforcing the laws. I don't know why they're not a real cop, you know. They're as much cop as ATF or FBI, you know. But they're insane, right? If a man is a woman, the party of men or women is believing that ICE agents aren't real police. So yeah. So anyway, you've got people literally getting themselves unalived because they're getting up and trying to stop ICE from deporting illegal immigrants, who are not your friends, by the way. Like illegal immigrants are not your friends. These are people who ride on illegal circuitry to survive, and they're not people you really want in your neighborhoods. The reason the murder rates have fallen this past year is because of ICE. So yeah, I've been critical of Donald Trump before, but I can't argue with results. I think ICE was a great idea. I don't know if the tariffs were a good idea, but I hope they were. you know I really hope the tariff is something, like he says, is something the other countries pay, right? And that we aren't paying it, which liberals, of course, will say the opposite. So, yeah, I really don't trust liberals like Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart circumcises infants. Stephen Colbert went to the island too. Bill Clinton went to the island 26 times. Nobody seemed to care. So, I mean, it's really just like pretty shocking about like what they choose to care about. And very absurd. So, yeah, there's no arguing with crazy people. They think a man is a woman. How are you going to talk to them? Oh, yeah, ICE aren't real police. Oh, okay. That's why he wears police and why ICE are police that specialize in immigration and customs. It's like, did you come here legally? Right? I did. I was born here. My parents are citizens. I served our country. I am a legal citizen. My friend Chef Swolardi, he's from Ireland. He immigrated legally. He served our country. He's legal. I know Mexicans. I don't want to say their names, but I know Mexicans. They are totally fine. They're actual Mexicans. They're really from Mexico, but they immigrated legally and they're left alone. So we're talking about people who basically snuck across the border and stayed with groups like human traffickers or revolutionary elements or stuff like that. These aren't good people. These aren't people like me and you. These people can't even listen to this, right? They don't speak English enough to know what I'm saying. So yeah. No, nobody's racist, and nobody's against immigrants. We're against illegal aliens because they're criminals, right? It's like, if you would sneak across a border, you would be okay with any other level of activity, which we're not okay with. So yeah, but people can't hear that. People can't hear that. Oh no, ICE accidentally unalived somebody. He was carrying a gun and physically resisting them. But they can never mention that. Like, he wasn't doing anything. He was murdered. It's just endless nonsense. Endless nonsense from the party that brought you a man as a woman. Here it is also this fighting person carrying a gun was murdered, and it's like, no, he really, like, he earned it. Was suicide. He earned that. Yeah. It's he got divorced 2 years earlier, and he's going bald, and he just, like, he wanted to die, so he suicide by cop. Why are you defending illegal immigrants? Like, why really? You know, it's not like they're actually rounding up all the people. A lot of the ICE agents are foreigners. A lot of the ICE agents are Filipino, again, Mexican, blacks, Asians. There's all types of ICE agents. So yeah, they're just stubbornly stupid. Stubbornly stupid. I think Donald Trump did a good thing. He's also focusing on housing. He's talking about how renting isn't owning, which I think is awesome. And I'm not a MAGA. I've never worn the MAGA hat. And I was like, but I definitely, like, I think his results this term are great. I would love him to take a third term. Or we needed someone else strong like Donald Trump. Because, like, is Trump right all the time? No. Is he the smartest person ever? Also not. But what is he? He's stubborn. He's extremely he's a fighter who doesn't, like, roll over easy. He, like, grabs hold of the story he wants to tell, and he tells it over and over despite everyone else. And that's actually useful for them, for the a man is a woman people who are just nuts, is that you have to basically have someone who's, like, dogmatic about his own beliefs. So but the other thing I like about Donald Trump is he seems to be rational and pragmatic. Did you know I supported Obama? I supported Obama because I thought he was pragmatic. I thought he was, like, a rational person. I wasn't a big hater of Joe Biden, but I didn't like Joe Biden or Bill Clinton because I thought they were irrational. Bush, I wish I was nicer to him. I was a little mean to him, but I think Bush is, like, again, he's friendly and charismatic, but Bush was, like, I don't think he was a strong leader in the sense that um, not to say he's stupid, but, like, he needed more efficient ideas. And so Donald Trump is actually really smart. Kick all the illegal immigrants out, right? And it seems like it's daft, but it's not, because all the Democratic states accept voting without ID, right? Republican states, you have to have an ID to vote, right? And they swing largely Republican. Democratic states, you can vote with kind of like a hearsay identity. And so these states all go Democratic because you can, like, bus in tons of people and bust them up and down and really swing the vote for the Democrats. So, yeah. By Donald Trump kicking out illegal immigrants, he's basically taking Democratic footholds out. So, which is super interesting, kind of scary. See, foreigners don't like us. There's people who want to breed away whiteness. There's people who hate white people, right? A lot of the times when they're calling white people racist, it's an attack to win a war against white people, right? It's not because white people are really worse than anybody else. It's because they want to defeat us racistly, right? They hate us with a racist. Calling white people racist is racist, right? So, but yeah. No, that was a fiery day. That was a fiery day. Anyway, I'm going to have a fiery night. I've built every day here. I've gathered logs for this fire. I've got this huge ass pyre, massive pyre. And so I'm going to be burning this and taking care of my trash. Full incineration. Thanks, nature. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. It's pretty disappointing. People are nuts, though, most of them. I agree with, like, Eckhart Tolle. He's like, most people are schizophrenic. Absolutely nuts. They're not cohesive. They're not internally consistent. Their ideas are crazy. How they think the world works is nuts. You know, they're problems. And if you let them control things, they'll ruin it. So it is kind of like, you have to, I mean, is Donald Trump good? I think he's pretty good. I mean, it's like, I'm willing to look the other side for his personal profiteering. I'm willing to look the other side for his Russia friendliness. I even kind of like his Russia friendliness. It's like, it's nicer to see these two countries get along more than not at all. He gets huge negative marks for me from his, like, Jewishness, his support of circumcision. You know, clearly I don't like Trump for his associations with Epstein. You know, do I think he's almost like Trump is the perfect example of, like, the psychopath everybody needed. Yes, he's an absolutely greedy capitalist with no heart for anyone else, but he's very practical about things that need to happen, and they're mostly good things like ICE deportations or tariffs or Space Force even. So yeah, Trump has my favor because especially after his housing thing, especially after he said he renting's not owning, and renting is just homelessness. Renting is homelessness. And he's kind of mirrored that recently, which I think is a huge win. I would love to see him double down and really do something to provide housing for Americans, right? This would be the perfect situation, right? Deports people who don't deserve to be here, creates more stable homes and living situations for the people who do. That's amazing. Yeah, there's been a figure quoted that Trump has made $1.4 billion since being president, which is exactly why he's willing to give back the presidential salary. But yeah, Trump gets a good ticket because he is stubborn. Like, Trump could have quit many times in his career. Trump has absolutely faced unbelievable hurdles in his life, and he's persisted through them. You know, he really has, being shot at, being old, having bankruptcies, having failed projects. You know, Trump has really fallen as much as he's gotten up. And but he's still in there swinging, which is like kind of this dogged thing that I respect, is that he wasn't just like cushy or a winner. He kind of like, he had to fight, and he's still fighting. Yeah, the ICE leader guy being transferred from Minneapolis to California. Yeah, that shit bothers me because the Democrats are claiming victory. They're like, ooh, we got the ICE leader transferred. And it's like, no, the actual story is he was always going to go to California. And I don't think he's being transferred in response to Alex getting shot. Which, by the way, if you go to official police business and violate their boundaries, they tell you to get back and go away, and you don't. And then they try to arrest you and you resist, and then they find a gun on you. Anybody was gonna die in that situation under any president. You're not likely to survive that situation. So, and the thing that bothers me about the Democrats, the men or women people, is they are absolutely not seeing that truth, and they're just going, oh, this is the Gestapo, Mr. Nazi, Mr. Hitler coming. And I'm just like, it's probably a bot war. It's probably like, make the people fight each other, take it to the streets. So I keep telling people that when they're like, fuck ICE. I'm like, go tell them how you feel. You really don't like ICE? Go get in your car and drive and tell them. Get right in their faces, please. I want to watch. Because you know what I'm doing. I've been good. I've had police interact with me sometimes in my life, and I always listen, and they always let me go because I'm not resistive. I'm not a problem. I'm not like doing bad shit. I'm just like, yeah. Now, I've been pulled over a few times when I was like high or drunk with like alcohol in the car. They didn't care. Let me tell you why they don't care. Because I'm a really chill person, and I'm not like speeding or driving with it. I just like had it with me. And yeah, they've always let me go. They're really nice. People like me. But yeah, um, man. So anyway, yeah, I hope Trump doubles down on the housing thing. Yeah. Uh, you know, renting isn't owning and providing a path for more people to own homes. Yeah. More Americans to own homes. You know, it's really shameful when like an immigrant is given, it's like Americans are the slaves that keep the government and their projects going. And it's like, it's really unfair for Americans, is that Americans should benefit first from anything the government does, not a bunch of foreigners, not a bunch of Somalis, It's like, don't think for a second that people from, let's say, Mexico or Africa or Asia like us or care about us or want us to have nice lives. No, they're all looking for revenge from the natives, right? Get back for what happened to the natives. They all want to see us go down. So you really have to be like, even though they're going to call you a racist, you have to be cold. You have to really put your foot down and know what time it is. So, yeah, I support ICE. I do. I think people who don't like ICE are sus, really sus. Because you're talking about criminal immigrants, right? You're not talking about like your ethnic neighbors. It's not racially profiled. It has to do with immigration status. So, yeah. It would be an interesting series to do like white illegals. They've deported like people from other countries who were white who got deported. That would be an interesting series to be like, come on, man. I'm sure they have a few, like, but anyway, on nicer news, I had a few pretty good signs today. Oh yeah, I was listening to like my hot girlfriend track, and then I got on my favorite streamers page, and then this like chick was giving gifts out who's banging, really a hottie. I saw a photo of her with her mom, and they were like, I was like, dang, this one's a good one. But she was big in the muffins, like the shirt stretchers. Yeah, fiery red hair. Oh, I liked her. I was like, here she is, coming in. So, no, it was cool. Yeah, I mean, this is what I really want from life, right? I want a piece of land, my own home, and a great woman, a woman I like. I'm not going with someone else's hot. I'm going with what I want, right? So, yeah. But yeah, that was happening. And then there was another girl earlier where she was like kind of talking, flirting, and I'd seen it a few times where there was a sign of like a massive flock of birds flying, and she was like saying things that I would think would be like a good partner would say. And then right then there's like this huge flock of birds flying at me, and I'm like, cool. Good timing. Yeah, I see signs. Yeah, I see miracles. Yeah. I don't endeavor to be a nice person because to me that doesn't do anyone any good. I do endeavor to be an honest person, right? So, yeah. Oh, I talked to this one girl, the girl who I like one-upped. I was like, she was putting on makeup and talking about her skin, and I was like, I stopped drinking and that cleared up my skin. And she's like, well, I don't drink ever because I have a heart condition. And she got really like offensive. And then she was like, actually, I do. I'm just being difficult. I was like, oh yeah, that's what it was. You were drinking and it fucked your skin up. And I freaking talked bad about your habit, and so you immediately say you've never drank before, and then a second later she's like, actually I do. And I was like, I knew it. The skin problem she had is like exactly what my skin's pretty good now. I haven't drank in a year, but when I used to drink, I used to have like blackheads, or I'd have blackheads I'd always squeeze out. Never have to do that again. Yeah, I stopped drinking. I don't have blackheads anymore. I'm not cleaner. My liver is better because it's not processing, 10 drinks of alcohol every night, 10 at least. I would go through like wine bottles. Oh man, I don't know how I used to do that, getting drunk in my car. Oh fuck. I was like, I got by it because I never drank and drove. I'd like drive out to a campsite and drink. And I think law enforcement looked the other way because they understand like my story, that I am a good person and I do suffer from things I've been through, and that, alcohol is not the solution, because alcohol is another poison. Alcohol is going to make it worse, right? So, yeah. But anyway. Yep, I got a huge pyre going. As soon as the sun falls, I'm going to give it a light so I don't attract anyone by the smoke. The cougar hunter bobcat hunter hasn't come back since I talked to him. He was coming back every day to check his traps, and I just walked up to him and I was like, dude, I'm not leaving till Wednesday, and he was like, oh, I'm just checking my trap. But he didn't come back because, of course, his trap's going to be empty because I'm here. No critter is going to, use the trap while my big, loud, smelly ass is up on this hill. So, but yeah, it's been a great week. This lifestyle makes time feel like it goes by really slow. Yeah. It's amazing when I think about like when I came here, it feels like forever ago. And it was like a week ago. When I came to this area, the first time was like 2 weeks ago, and it feels like forever ago. So yeah. Time goes by fast when you have the same environment all the time. But when you're always in a new environment, it goes by really slow. Yeah. Yeah, making good money. Money is all about saving, right? It's like you make money and you invest it in things that pay you dividends, and yeah, so pretty good. Should have a share, get some gold. Yeah, get yourself a nice secret vault, and get some gold. Save up every few $1,000, buy some gold. Gold can crash if they ever figure out how to fake it. If they ever figure out how to make gold will crash. So it is a little bit of a risk. People talk about it's a low risk investment. It's a medium risk investment because of technology. Yeah, it's like lead only has one more atom than gold does. So if they could take out that one atom with some process, all the lead would be turned into gold, and it would be like destabilize that market. But yeah, I got a big ass pile of wood. Yep, I'm gonna go to town tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick up my mail, get some groceries. I'm gonna wait on doing laundry till next time. I'll do laundry next time. But yeah, I'm gonna go shopping, get all my stuff. Pretty good little life. Yeah, I really get to sunbathe all day. This is my Crayon brand. Now, I had people earlier telling me, dude, all you do is scribble. And I'm like, first off, when I'm paying you, you're really nice, and I did a good job, right? Second off, I'm not scribbling, you're just bad. Yes, I'm so good that I'm on a level transcendent to your understanding, and I can draw object per second so fast that to you, it looks like a blur. It's just a fact. So, yeah. I've detected there's other artists I know who do HCSP, and there's artists who understand how to like mix multiple things into one space. And I've both appreciated them and talked to them, and they didn't have any fucking views either. So, yeah, it's not that I'm bad, it's that I'm a level beyond your capacity to understand. And it's, you know, the people who like a man is a woman. Yeah, that is the crowd that I piss off a lot, is like the ludicrous Democrat, the insane liberal. It's definitely a crowd that I tend to anger quite a lot, because they are crazy. There's just they're insane people. But yeah, people were saying I'm just scribbling, and whenever I show them like a blown up screenshot of my art, like, do you see this? They've got nothing to say after that. After that, they got nothing to say. So yeah, no, people are obnoxious. They suck. I live alone because it's like, it's my privilege. It actually is. Like, I've been blissing out in silence. Like, I really never had that because of my upbringing, what I did for work. You know, I never really had time to myself to be quiet. And only recently have I had that, and it's nice. It's nice. Yeah, it's like, imagine getting all the feelings you ever wanted for doing nothing. It's good. It's good. So, yeah. No addiction is worth that. I don't care how high a drug gets you. If you need the drug again to feel that way, you're stuck. You're stuck. So, yeah, I've been doing some sunbathing. Yeah, I'm going to go pick up tomorrow, and then I'm going to find a new spot. So that's going to be a pretty fun day, I feel like. It's going to have some good activities. Yeah. No, this area was awesome. I'm definitely going to leave my buddy one of my stamped dollars so you can look at it. Yeah. Take a look at that. So, yeah, as soon as I told him I was going to be here till Wednesday, he never came back, which is smart. His trap's probably going to be empty. So, yeah, I love having my fires. Sun's going down. I wish I could show you where I was. Wish I could show you, but y'all ain't cool. I mean, some of them are cool. There's people who like me. Like, obviously, like, I had that girl find me and ask me out, and she only became weird after I said no. And then I've had other people find me, and they like they were having a party. They would show up and they were like, yeah, they like started a party around me, and they only left when I asked them to, and they did leave when I asked them to. So this is my rule if you're watching me, right? You want to meet? I got no problem doing that. I don't have anything to hide. I don't really care. You know, I'm pretty friendly. You know, when I'm mean or a put downer, it's really because that's what I'm encountering. It is. Like, you know, but for the most part, I wish the best for you, you know. I don't really like. I know life's hard enough as it is. You don't need me to make it worse. But yeah, I don't like being pounced upon all of a sudden. Right? I don't like people like finding me for without telling me. That certainly bothers me. You know, if I were to post, if I were to give you a photo of this mountain range I'm looking at, sunglasses isn't enough because it's at 200 by 300 resolution. But if I were to give you a photo of the mountains I'm looking at right here, you'd find me. There'd be one of you gigachads would know exactly the mountain range and be like, he's on this side of it in this direction. You'd be able to find me. So, yeah, I don't show you photos from the outside of my vehicle, what it looks like either. It just keeps me easy to hide. It allows me privacy, which I need. Like, if you all wanted to have a meet and greet, you want a live drawing demonstration, you want anything like that, I'm totally down. Coming up on me the day I post a photo of my location, yo, no, that's happened before. That's one of the reasons I don't post my location. I don't show you. Anytime I post a video of a spot, it's either with no relational grounding or long after I'm gone, right? So, yeah, like my cow video, I've been gone for that place for a long time, right? So, and I'm probably never going to go back to it. So it's like, yeah, you figured out where I was. Oh, well, not there now. So, yeah. Nah, people aren't. I've got a bug tracker too, something that alerts me if there's a bug, and it's never fucking gotten anything. So I feel like I am really just alone. So, yeah. Anyway, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, it's just the absurd insanity of the left, you know. It's like, how the hell do you think a man is a woman, first off? And then, like, trans hasn't existed. There was no option to get a surgery and chemically change your gender until 50 years ago, you know. And the idea that people are born that way is just insane. It's just insane. And this idea that people can get involved in a police, like, you've always been at risk of dying around police. You didn't know that? If you're talking to a cop and you go suddenly reaching for something, you could get shot. Everybody knows that. You know what I got told as a kid, and I still do it? When police pull you over, you put your hands on your wheel like this, and you say, yes, sir, no, sir, and you just wait so they can see your hands. Right? It's not Donald Trump running a Gestapo. He's freaking deporting illegal aliens. And y'all are crying up a storm. And then what bothers me is when Canadians and the British talk down on us like you're slaves for a king. You pay taxes to a king, and you think that you're somehow better than us. Oh. Yeah, that shit's obnoxious, bro. That shit's obnoxious. I'm tired of that. I hope you're all AI. I hope you're a bunch of bots sent to piss me off, because that would make sense, actually. The fact real people actually think that is just like, the fuck you talking about? It's insane. So, yeah. Anyway, I had a small pot of pasta earlier. Oh, man, I love leeks. Leeks are good. I had a bite of leek that tasted like an apple. What? That was so delicious. Yeah. It's like garlic and onions. Skip the garlic and the onions and just go for a leek. Yeah, leeks are good. Better than spring onions. Yeah, I used to get spring onions and like chives. Leeks. Leeks are amazing. Leeks are really good. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That was a pretty good movie. I liked that movie. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so this is my last day here. This is a pretty beautiful view, but I'm definitely leaving, tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to come back to like around the area. Yeah. This isn't an official park, so it's like not really regulated. It's a very low traffic area. You know, people usually aren't here. So there's been one like RV parked at the front for months. You know, it's never moved. So as long as I'm not leaving any trash or making it my residence, I think they're fine. Yeah, a lot of places have a 2-week limit, but that's really to prevent you from moving in and to give other people an opportunity to get a spot. And so it's like, they've always looked the other way for me. I don't think they care. I don't leave trash. I always move. I'm nice. Being nice counts for a lot. So, and they totally get what I'm about. Like, they can read the back of my car, you know. It's like I'm doing a noble service by warning everyone. So, yeah, Donald Trump. I almost like him. If Donald Trump questions circumcision, if Donald Trump admits, yeah, I liked girls enough, I flew them in from all over the earth, I can't be the only one on earth doing that. Then we've got an accord. Then it's like, will you help us search for the bigwigs doing that? Then he and I are allies, right? Because that's what I want to do. I want to take down the top level female traffickers on earth. That's my big calling. Yeah, end circumcision and figure out where the freaking real government is. What cave is the pedo cave? So, yeah. Yeah, world leaders are used to looking the other way and pretending that's not so. Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, I love Jesus. Oh, let's talk about these perfectly contrived issues that are going to drive everyone apart from each other, and never about like who's really using us and what's really going on. Because it'll take some admitting that they've been liars, right? If you actually come to it, you'll find out they're liars. So, which is an interesting place to be, I guess. But yeah, I am cooking in this sun. Yeah, watching the setting sun. I can't see my screen at all like that. Yeah. So these are pretty good. These are the extra large glasses. I've had them for 2 years. Yeah, these are the fathead glasses, and they're barely big enough. I may go with two. This is 1XL. I'm going to go with 2XL next time. Yeah, no way. Any gas station hat, any gas station pair of glasses, way too small for me. Unbelievably small. I need the big ass ones. Yeah. So, no. Let's see. What was I dreaming about? I was having pretty good dreams, but really about this life. It's like my dreams have caught up. I've done some emotional processing, and I was dreaming about this life, about moving around. So, it's kind of fun. I like listening to like affirmations and then going into the world and then having the affirmations play out. That's really fun. So, yeah, I like my affirmation reel. That's all those jars are like codified affirmations for like hiding for all time. So, yeah, pretty good stuff. Um, yeah, the snow has very much melted. It's not completely melted, but it's done pretty good. My batteries are all recharged. Yeah, my batteries are all topped up. I got a lot of gas. Um, yeah. I tried to start my car once and it didn't. And I can't help but wonder if it was just like, I thought someone put some shit in my engine and I towed it, but now I'm like, was my fuel line frozen? You know? Um, so, that shit. Yeah, let me tell you what, I've dealt with cars for a while. If your car has a problem, look at it your damn self. Try fixing it your damn self first. The moment it touches a mechanic, it's going to be expensive. All right, so anytime there's any issue with your car, work on it yourself. Yeah, take a look at it. Don't don't wait for them to tell you what they think is wrong, because it's going to be whatever they can profit from. It's just sad. Wish you could trust people, but it's just not that time really. So yeah. Now I'm gonna have some more pasta tonight. I had a small bowl this morning, and I'm gonna make another one here soon. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my evening. Yeah, I was arguing about ICE all day. Man, I've heard like 100 messages. ICE aren't real police, by the way. Yeah, they are. They wear police on their uniform and they're paid for enforcing the laws. What do you mean they're not real police? You've got some fucking insane ideas from from the crowd that brought you A Man Is a Woman. ICE aren't cops. Okay. Yeah, these people are just stubborn and dumb. It's really what it is that they're dumb and stubborn. They're gonna Obama deported millions of people, you know, and they're gonna act like they don't know that because it's about winning a fight. They're having an argument and they're not gonna admit they're wrong. So they're gonna make everyone else wrong. And it's just like, can't do shit about that. Oh, Chef Swollerdy's girl showed us she's making him a custom Pokemon card. I want to make him a Pokemon card that shows he's a Viking. Yeah, that would be pretty funny. That would be good. Get AI to do a doctored image of it. My village. Yeah, I need to get me a good girl. Let me tell you a secret about women. This is a secret about women for real. Girls want babies. Yeah. You ain't ever gonna have a nice relationship with a woman. You ain't ever gonna. They don't want sex. Girls don't want sex. Girls want babies. Yeah. If you have sex and don't allow her to have a woman, like get on birth control so we can fuck, there's gonna be a side of her that resents that. And it's gonna come out in the edges. So it's like, yeah, girls want babies. So yeah, if I had a girl, it's like who I'd consider a good like car mate to just like have sex with is actually radically different than someone I'd consider mommy. When I pick mommy, I'm going for a huge woman, like way like 7 foot, like way bigger than I am. Um, and yeah, that's like mommy, right? And then when I pick like a girl just to have sex with, then you want like a small squeaker toy, like someone who's like fun, right? So yeah, the actual mother of your children, pick a woman who you want to see your kids as. Do you want to have some giant kids? I think that'd be awesome. Have my kids protecting me. I would never be mean to them. I would be so nice to my kids. So yeah. Well, the sun's not going down. It's going behind a cloud. So we still got time. We've got like another hour of sunshine at least. So yeah, it was 2 nights ago. I woke up and the window was frozen. Last night I woke up and it was not. So yeah, the best sleep of my life is always the mid morning nap. It's like the first few hours of sleep is like starting to rest, and then it's like you wake up, you're awake for an hour or so, and then you go back to the second sleep. Second sleep is like the really nice one. That's the one where I get all the work done. And I lived for a long time only having first sleep. You need second sleep psychologically. Yeah, second sleep is good for your head. So, yeah, this pile of wood is glorious. So, yeah, arguing about ice. I was arguing about ice all day. Had some good luck with like signs and synchronicities. Again, like there's a baddie last night dropping galaxies. Yeah, she's like, it's her real account. She's a real woman, and she's got like freaking some loafers on her, and yeah, she was cute. Liked her, followed her. She hasn't talked to me or anything, but we'll see what happens. Um, Chef doing shoeies. No, Chef was so cute. Like what happened after his shoey thing was he had his daughter's birthday the night before. The night before he was doing shoeies, he was hanging out with his daughter all day for her birthday, and so he was like high, like high. Yeah, I saw Chef do like 10 shots out of his shoe, and he was slurring, and I was like, "Whoa, it's crazy." I've never done shoe shots. Yeah, he looked like he had the cheap vodka, like vodka in plastic. I will never drink, alcohol out of plastic. To me, it just like absorbs the plastic flavor. It's like really nasty. It would be beneficial because I could burn it. I could burn the plastic, but I've gone a year without drinking. Let's see how like 10 years is. Um, it just saves me so much money because if I'm drinking to drunkenness, I'm getting drunk every day, right? And that's like drinking to drunkenness every day is at least $20. So that's $20 a day. So that's at least like $800 a month. That's a lot of money for just boozing. So yeah, I love being judgment proof. Yeah, you could get a judgment against me. I don't gotta pay it if I don't want to. You can't take any of my funds. So yeah, and that's right. That's proper. That like really it's a corrupt society that lets a debtor take all of your money and all your possessions. That's really bad, right? It should be you have the bare minimum you're allowed to keep, like some of your accounts. Yeah, if you have multiple houses, it becomes a tough argument, but like, yeah, you have to make 60 times federal minimum wage to be garnished. So if you don't make 60 times federal minimum wage, they're not getting shit. So, which I don't make 60 times. Some people do. Some people do. Some people make $1 million a year, have a $250,000 bonus. Yeah, they make 60 times federal minimum wage. And they could pay. They should pay if they actually owe somebody. But like somebody scraping by, sorry. We're not going to hurt them over some debt, which they used to. They used to send you to prison. Right? You had debtor prison, debtor jail. They got rid of it. People would get a shark loan, couldn't afford interest, and then, they're going to jail. So, yeah. I like holographic money. It's a pretty cool idea. Holographic money is a really cool idea. I hope they do it. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's the story. I got dinner all prepared. About to cook it. Gonna get a nice photo of I'll make the cover a photo of my wood pile so you can see I'm like serious. I'm burning a big ass pile of logs. And that'll be the night. We got another hour or so of sunlight. Found some chicks I like. Yeah, I should ignore the arguments and just focus on manifesting. That's what I'll do. Don't do anything but stare at my affirmations for a week, for a month, and then it'd be like lightning. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower tomorrow. Take a shower. Maybe I'll do laundry tomorrow. Take a shower first and then do laundry. Yeah, maybe. Do grocery shopping first. What do I got? Oh yeah, I've got my hiking sticks and I've got my backpack coming in. So I'm going to rig that shit on the ceiling. Yeah, I've got like new D-rings coming in. So I'm going to put my fishing magnets on my ceiling. And I'm going to put the backpack up on the ceiling with my D-rings. So I can like access it from the back door, like open and look inside and stuff. It's going to be cool. Yeah, I love my crystals. I sleep with them every night. I never take them off. When I wash, I just put soap on them and I rotate them. Or I'll take the rag and get the rag between them. But yeah, they smell nice. They're my protective good luck. And I've got a copy of all these crystals in my jars, which I bury. So I'm about to bury the 7th one tomorrow, which is cool. It's going to be a good one. I've got the location all picked. I just have to drive up there after my chores. So yeah, I love this area because I was like feeling the rush. Like sometimes there's areas that are like really popular. It's better to get there early. And this area is not popular at all. This area is like way unpopular. So it's like a really good spot. I'd never heard of it. I'd never seen it. It's not on a map. It's not like directed. Yeah, it's just like an area I found looking at satellite imagery. I was like, oh shit. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Really beautiful. Really beautiful. I've had some of the best views of my life. And it's quiet. Very few planes travel overhead. I've heard like 2 helicopters the whole time I've been out here. I had 2 different visitors, one the bobcat guy, the other an old man going for a hike. And so it's like good vibes. Yeah, I'm not worried about predators out here at all. 1, I'm a man. 2, I'm a big man. 3 is like predators go to where people are. Predators don't bother going to where nobody is, right? If you're going to prey on people by driving around a wilderness, you're not going to find shit, and they're all armed, So it's like, yeah, predators go to where people are. Predators don't really bother with like people out in the boonies. It's just tough to find them and they're dangerous. So yeah, that's why I like it. It's like relaxing. It is relaxing. It's actually pretty easy. So yeah, I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm gonna get you a photo of my firewood. And that was my day. I had some good some great manifestations. And then I also had like ice being the anti-ice people being fucking idiots. It's like, ice aren't police. And I'm like, really? They have police on their uniform and they're paid for enforcing the laws. But I hear it all the time. So yeah, no, people are insane. They're insane. Most of them are like, what do you call it? Most of them are parasites masquerading as people. You know, I take farm animal dewormer. You know, I attribute my lack of drinking to farm animal dewormer, right? Is that this is keeping me clear of tapeworms, you know, botworms, pinworms, hookworms, roundworms, all of these worms that affect animals because of like flies and stuff. It's in your food, right? Is that this keeps me safe and I take a dose a month. So, yeah, I'm like way resilient to this stuff. So a lot of people are insane. They don't take this stuff. They just stay parasite hosts and they go crazy. They have like bizarre, their whole motivation structure is about moving the parasite eggs to new hosts, and they don't like have their own original ideas. That can be the danger of women with like super huge breasts, is that sometimes that's a milk dispenser, but it's also like how they spread. So it's way scary and dangerous. But yeah, skinny girlfriend with massive melons, and it's like, well, she's skinny because she's tired, and she has massive melons because that's the spreading device, which is super scary. It's like, can I have something nice, please? Does it all have to be cursed? So anyway, blah blah blah. Yeah, been a pretty good day. I do have to get on top of this sun going down and get my food going right now. But yeah, I love this thing. This thing is way good. My old headlamp broke all of a sudden, so I burned it. And this headlamp is like freaking awesome. Really bright. And yeah, it uses this is tight around my head, all right. This is the maximum size it goes. And this thing I have to stretch to get on my head. I got a big ass noggin even without the hair. So that's where little brains are. But yeah. Ice aren't police. Really? They wear police and they're paid for enforcing the laws. You sure? You sure? They'll think anything. A man is a woman. Oh, they're nuts. They are nuts. And the reason they're like throwing themselves to their deaths is that they have this like liberal media telling them it's the end of the world, you know. They watch these people and they go, this is the Nazi takeover. We have to fight these people. And so they go out there and do it. And then they get hurt because it's just not that way. Who are you talking about? So this is how racist they are. The difference between Donald Trump's ICE and Joe Biden's ICE and Obama's ICE, etc., is that Donald Trump is a white Republican. That's the difference. And it's no different than anything immigration authorities done before. You know, it's just Trump's has his name on it, so they all feel differently about it all of a sudden, which is super just like, fuck that society. You know, you guys are trash. So, oh, you can't see my art? I'm not surprised. You think a man is a woman. I have no doubt you're confused about what I'm drawing. I really think you can't figure it out. You have no views. If I paid them, I'd have lots of views. And they've asked me for money every time I've posted. Every time I post, they ask me for money. Is it because it's pay to win? Oh, there was this great song that came out. I'm tired of pay to win. Yeah, it's hot. Tired, sick of pay to win. Yeah, I hate that. I'm glad they're. I need more people to agree pay to win is toxic trash. Pay to win is just so annoying. It's like, do you think Asmongold has the best content ever? Well, you freaking, what's his name? Moist Critical. Moist Critical is like the streamer of the year on the award show that gave 4 segments to Miss Piggy because they had a movie coming out. You know, it's like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. More pay to win trash. Some little kid wants to be famous and he has his dad's bank account, and so he's going to be the best ever. Logan and Jake Paul, you know, Taylor Swift. This is all pay to win trash. It is pay to win trash. And they always call me a hater, but it's really like rational to hate that because it means your society is corrupt. You don't actually have the best singers and the best songs as the best. You have the people who are financially backed, right? People who take cartel loans or they have rich family. Michael Jackson died in debt. Why was he in debt? Because it costs a lot of money to seem famous. So, whatever. Anyway, I hope you figure it out. Definitely raising the level of intelligence and awareness of the average person will help. They don't need to know about Jesus and God. They don't need to study liberal arts. They need to think rationally about life in a grounded way. And grounded means good. Grounded is a mix of positive and negative. It is. Grounded is a strong mix of positive and negative. It's not just negative and it's not just positive. It's both. And so both together really has like a good center. And the center is rational, right? Yeah, everyone wants to be famous. What if it was, instead of based on slave dollars, it was based on merit? Wouldn't that be cool? But if it was based on merit, everything you know would change. If fame was based on merit, everything you know would change. All the people you know of as famous would be garbage, and all the people you'd never heard of who you thought were bad would be great, right? So, the Beatles. Yeah, don't get me started on that. Yeah, we were at my post about how I thought Dave Grohl killed Kurt Cobain has been trending and doing really good. And people are always saying that. They're like, yeah, after Kurt Cobain was shot, Dave Grohl got the royalties. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Dave Grohl has joked about it, that it comes a time in every young singer's career to eat his bandmates and go solo. And I'm just like, yeah, it's Foo Fighters. He thinks you're the Foo. Look how Dave Grohl smiles. It's all teeth. It's like a huge, wide, folding mouth, right? When he smiles, his skin folds, and he just gives you these big teeth, right? So that's who he is. He's just like a muncher. He's there to bite and cannibalize, get that juice. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the creator, his holy fuzzball, he rewards douchey behavior like that, so everything sucks forever. Honesty and morality don't mean anything except you make everyone else feel awkward. So, oh yeah, ICE is murdering people. No, they showed up and violated police orders with a handgun. I mean, of course. You would always get shot if that happened, but Donald Trump's a Republican, so we have to say it different. We've got to care differently. See, I'm sick of people. Their one redeeming attribute is they all die. That's what I look forward to, finally dying. Oh man, it's going to be way better. Can't wait. So, welcome to hell. But yeah. Anyway, I got my jar thing to do. I got a bunch of stuff, supplies I got to get, and I got to cook. Jesse, let's cook.